Before you dive in and start updating your resume, do this first. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the steps of updating your resume properly so that you can tell your career story better. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, so that each time that I release a new video just like this one, you are notified. My name is Stoltzfus. I'm the founder of the Job Hackers Network. I help leaders stand out by executing a strategic job search that builds their brand and then gets them to the table consistently with hiring leaders. So, you need to update your resume, but you want to make sure that you're doing it right. Now let's walk through the steps of nailing those resume updates. The first step is going to be to start with the career profile. The career profile is your initial packaging. This is like the cover of the book. It's what draws somebody in. Right, now we flip over to the back of the book, and this is where I have the narrative, right? The thing that gets me to buy that book. That career profile is very similar to this because it's going to tell the person about 4 different things. Number 1, who am I? We start off with who I specifically am. I am a director, HR business partner, right? For me specifically. Who I serve. I am a director, HR business partner serving corporate leaders, right? For you, very specific to who exactly you serve. Now, you can go a layer deeper, serving corporate leaders in ADP and Booking.com. And this is where you can list those companies if those are good names to drop. In the third component of this career profile, you want to start to explain how you serve that group of individuals. To what end? To what results? As an example for me, in my career, it was all about driving down attrition of associates and driving up associate retention. So as I'm talking about how I serve these corporate leaders, that's the component that I would want to drill into with a quick, swift statement. Now, the fourth component that you're going to drill into in your career profile is the scope. What is the size of the group that you lead? Is it multi-product? Is it 15 associates with 3 leaders? How many leaders are in that organization? This is one of the things that is absolutely the most transferable because in the world of startups, mid-cap organizations, larger, even top 100, and then even FANGs kind of standing alone, titles are not transferable, but scope is. So if you're telling somebody, I am an engineering leader with an organization of 35, leading 3 other leaders, one of which who is a leader of leaders, in the realm of product engineering and development. This is an example would enable somebody to see the area, and then they can look at their organization and say, wait a second, what would the title be for us? Maybe in your current organization, you're a VP of engineering, but for this new organization, that would be a director of engineering. With that scope, it's now transferable, and you can go at any different marketplace from startup all the way up into those FANG organizations, and they'll know what the proper placement is for you within their organization. Now, the second big step here is you want to write your amazing bullets, your career stories in that story form. So how are we going to get this into a story form? Okay, I've got a process for you to walk through to be able to put this in a form where somebody can see that work that you did and say, yeah, I'll buy that. I want that delivery. So first we're going to write about the situation when faced with this. Then we're going to talk about the actions. I did this. And I know oftentimes we want to talk about the we, but on your resume, that person really needs to know what you specifically owned. So we have to bring in the I. I did this. To what end? Resulting in. Yielding this. And if you can get down to a number, you want to have at least a number in every third bullet in your resume, but the more numbers you have, the more, boom, impact you're going to leave. There's something about the difference when a person is able to see that number. It looks more real. It feels more tangible. And so get down to those numbers. And if you have to, use the approximation sign and say by approximately 30%. When you can, say from this to this. When you can, tell them the amount of time that it took you to get there, year over year, from one quarter to the next, right? There's a big difference than getting something done in one quarter or getting something done in 3 years. And if we leave that part out, the person doesn't truly know or have the true picture of the story. So every single one of the bullets in your resume should be a delivery. Now, if those bullets start to look too long, the one thing that you can consider taking out is the situation when faced with this. And start off with the actions and end with the results. If you want to have some variation, start off with the result and end with the actions. And this is how you make an impactful, hard-hitting resume that is going to paint the picture and really tell your overall story. Make you a product that somebody can purchase. If this is helping you, then hit that like button down below and answer this question for me. Is your resume delivering your career story? Give me a yes, give me a no, give me a thumbs up, give me a smiley face. Give me a comment down below so that I know where you're at. Number 3, the third big step that you want to do before you just dive into that resume is you want to then take from these bullets that you've now crafted, you want to take your top 3 to 4 and bring them up to the top just below the career profile. So this now is your career highlights section. Your career highlights section is your top 3 to 4 hard-hitting, impactful bullets that do what? Support and hold up your career profile. So if you're saying, I am this who does this for these people specifically, and here is how I did it. It is a succinct, dialed in, catered, authored, purposeful story that somebody is going to be able to follow. That hiring leader is going to be able to say, okay, this is who this individual is. This is what they would look like on my team. And this is what I would get from them. In your interviews, you're going to be going through behavioral-based interviews. Behavioral-based interviews, I've done videos on this. Check out the one from last week. Behavioral-based interviews are designed to help an individual, the hiring leader, know if the person is going to be able to do the work that they need them to do in the new role. This is similar in how you're crafting this resume. You're crafting it with your stories so that they look at that and say, okay, I know that they will be able to do this again inside of my organization. Here's my proof. And this is how you decrease risk, increase pay, increase probability of being brought into the organization. And if you really want to get fancy, this is how you create roles where roles don't exist. Check out some of my other videos on networking directly with hiring leaders, as that is a specific area of expertise that we hone in on very frequently on this channel. If you want a flawless resume template with the components that I've been going through, then head down into the description below. I'll put a link to my resume template that has helped director to VP individuals to be able to land roles in almost all of the top 100 tech companies across the United States. Grab that resume template down below. It is step by step, it is easy to follow, and it'll help you with every single one of these components that we're going over today. Now, be sure to check out one of these videos above as you continue to build your brand, grow your control that you have over your job search process and your career, and continue to then grow your impact. Check out one of these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.